Definitely not going to be able to monetize this video. Biggie is, oh, I can't do that. Remember going into a gut. Remember scoring in between gut. Your world. Go. That's time. A little bit more off of those, so off that right hand, it needs to be a dip. Dip first, and then go ahead and come up off that right hand. Then off of that next one, when the dip does happen, then you can go ahead and get into those next ones. But just the same way that we practice it in the mirror, make sure that we get into those positions, because you got to show me before you go ahead and get that shot off. I don't want you to skip ahead. Let's work. Dip over there. Good. That's the feint to see you can throw the right hand. Good. Now that you're there, you're looking at what I do. Next shot. Good. Get over there. Good. Dip. There it is. Good. That's fine. You see it? Good. One more. It's just in the midst of it, we understand what we're trying to build to. If you don't need to get to those things, then the jab right hand is all that's necessary to clean them out. That's what we want. But the more we have to build is based on what that fighter is doing and what they're capable of. If they can't stop the jab, then they really can't stop anything. And so now we can just go ahead and stay with the right hand. But then from there, when you try to go ahead and get into those spots, the same way as far as when you were sparring Jesus and you wanted to get here already, with Jesus now, as he gets better, you can't just get into those positions for free and think that you're going to get to the shot that you want to. You have to open it up. Does that make sense? Last round. Drag it. Good. Good. There it is. Time. See the difference between it? So now if you notice, what's going to happen is because I'm blocking that liver shot with my elbow as I'm from the back foot. If you notice what's going to happen now, as soon as you get over there, my eyes are going to go over there, and if I'm accustomed to only blocking one side with one hand, what's going to happen there is this hand is automatically going to go here, and this hand's going to go ahead and drop. So that's the reason why you're dipping over there, and this hand's dropping already, and then you see the exposure, that right hand, just shoot it right there. And then that's going to go ahead and almost like open my guard, where now all of a sudden I was so used to you getting in that that position, and I look there, that you came up with the right hand, and then now you might be able to clean me up. We're just going through that choreography based on if we get into a position, do they understand what they should be doing in all scenarios based off that position. That's why I rather have you, when you go ahead and block and you're in range and you're going to be on the defensive end, you have to block everything to live to fight another day. So now I can see is your entry point from that position with your right hand or your left. If I live to fight another day here and I see it's the right hand or that left hand, or it doesn't matter what shot it is, now I can have my eyes and I'm not distracted, so I can see where is this counter for me going to happen, so I can make you pay for opening up. That's all we're trying to go ahead and do. But in the midst of sparring, that's a lot to go ahead and think about if we just don't focus on one thing at a time to go ahead and build up. So get to the line, choose you're going to be offensive, which means you start the race before they're prepared. If you're going to choose to be defensive, you're aggressively second based on the information that they gave you when you decide to go to the line and be defensive. Does that make sense? You already did punch technique before, so we're done for the day unless you wanted to get on the bike real quick.
What's the talent to start building up? Because you're saying if they can't handle the jab, they just stick to the jab.
Yes.
So is it I'm here and they don't do anything, now I can move to the next one? Or I score, I'm out because they're not doing it?
Yeah, so the scoring is to set up the next shot. So you remember when I used to tell you, like for the first 30 seconds we're green and it was like head manipulation? It's using that jab to go ahead and see, once you start the engagement and you get into a particular position, when you jab, how do they exit or enter the line according to the jab? So every single time that we get here and I jab and you always exit going to that back foot, that's right-handed position for me. If I jab and you go to the front foot, technically that's left-handed position for me, right? So in the beginning, I'm asking that question, where does your head go when I start this jab? How do you exit the line? Because that's going to set up my next power shot to get you out of there, because I want to get you out of here. I want to score, but I need to go ahead and get you out of here, because if this fight doesn't need to last that long and I don't have to worry about the risk of fighting you for a multitude of rounds, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So every single time that
I'm trying to force you to get into this race.
Yes. So now when you think about you defensively, you're pulling me off the line. Not everybody understands that. So as we go ahead and get here and I do this, I'm like, how is he leaving? How is he leaving? You're pulling me and you're aware, but most people just go ahead and react because I started the jab before they're even ready. Yes. So now that's the tell. Like, this is the question. I'm aware of the particular answers. Based on the answers you give me, that's how I build the combination. For today, we were just doing one particular build off of one particular situation and understanding the reads in between and the options that we have. The mitts is now making it similar to sparring, so you forget about everything, how you would in sparring, where it's like, I was supposed to use this to do this, and I was supposed to use this to do this, I was supposed to use this to do this, to do this, I was supposed to use that to go ahead and do that, to do that, but I forgot about everything because I got to worry about being hit, I got to worry about when I'm aware, all these things, and that's how I wanted to make it similar. Does that make sense?